today, in his own studio, I have Trap Spade, an amazing trap music producer from Brooklyn. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
So, can you tell us a little bit about where you're from? I mean, apart from the fact that you're from Brooklyn, like how you got here.
I mean, I got here doing the same thing I'm doing now, music. Like, I'm from Brooklyn, but like, I've always had music in me. Like, it don't matter where you're from, like the music is just there. So, I started rapping when I was younger. Eventually, I got tired of rapping on YouTube beats, so I wanted to do my own thing. I started making my own beats. Then I found myself making beats for other people. And I'm like, if I'm making beats for them, I might as well learn how to engineer. And I learned how to engineer, and it was like, music just was always teaching me something. It was always a path, and I was just always learning and growing from it. And now I'm in my own studio, my own spot, got my own artists, my own beats, my own music out. Man.
How did you learn how to engineer and to make beats?
My ear, just trial and error. What sound good, you feel me? If it don't sound good, you gotta tell yourself it don't sound good and learn how to make it sound better. I wanted to go to school for it, but I didn't. Good thing I didn't, because people that I know that went to school, they benefit from it.
Right, I agree with that. I think I was talking to you about this the other day. I feel like you can get higher education, and I personally enjoyed it from like the academic standpoint, but at the end of the day, like, it has nothing to do with reality.
Yeah, I mean, school is beneficial if you go to school for what you want to go to school for, but I don't think school for music is a thing. Like, music is something you just experience, and you tell your own story through music.
Totally. And you have to make it in order to learn. Same with writing, honestly. Like, the only way to become a better writer is by reading and writing more. That's it. Wait, so tell me about your process. How do you make a beat?
I turn my computer on, and it comes to me. Like, I start with the melody. Like, I always get the melody first. Like, I make my own melodies. Like, I could either play, I could play the piano a little bit, I don't really got the hand movements, but I know the keys and stuff. So I put the notes in, or I'll grab a sample, and from there I just make the drums. The drums is the easy part, so I like to take my time on the melody.
So you make your own. Do you ever get inspired by other music? Like, do you listen to other genres outside of rap or trap or hip hop?
I listen to R&B. I really like R&B, especially like in the morning when I'm driving. It's real peaceful and calming. That's about it though. Like, I like to explore in the field that I'm working in to learn everything about it. I don't like to steer too much in the other directions.
Mm-hmm. What kind of rappers did you listen to when you were a kid? Who inspired you?
The first rapper I know I liked was 50 Cent. Like, that's all my father played in the house, a bunch of 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just Many Men, the Get Rich or Die Trying album, everything.
I love that.
Yeah. Number 2 selling album all the time.
Really?
Yes, it is.
What's second favorite?
My second favorite what? No, that's the number 2 selling album.
Oh, I thought you said your
Yeah,
favorite. Okay, but my bad.
I don't have a favorite album. It's too much music to have a favorite.
Well, your first playlist just dropped, which is a big benefit to a lot of people. I feel like, to know what you listen to. So I know you've worked with so many rappers from New York. Like, how do they find you, or do you find them?
A lot of the artists, they talk about me because they like my work, so they want to spread it. They don't really gatekeep, so they tell everybody and they tell everybody else. And I have an Instagram following. I have a few artists that just came here through TikTok, so social media is working, I guess. Yeah, but word of mouth is really how it's getting out, and I like that because the people really know you, and so they can talk about you and tell other people, then they get to know you. They spread like that, and then once you hit social media, it's like, oh, I already know him. You feel me?
Yeah, they feel like they know you.
Yeah.
I guess that's what your showcase event might be a little bit about, right? Like, a little networking.
My first showcase, yeah.
Is this your first?
Yeah.
Okay.
My whole showcase. Got my artist, and I'm working with a partner. He bringing his artist. We're gonna get some local artists, and we're gonna turn the spot up.
How many artists do you think you're gonna have?
I'm bringing 5 of my own personal artists. My partner's bringing 5, and then we're probably gonna gather about 10 more.
Okay. How did you choose those 5? Are they your favorite? Can you say?
I'm not chosen yet. I'm not chosen yet.
Okay.
Gotta work for the spot.
Right. Do you have favorites though from all the ones that work
I have
with you?
some favorites. Y'all see them there at the showcase, probably.
For sure. And do you like getting directions when they come? Like certain people come here and like tell you what to do, or is it just your free like artistic vision all the time?
I mean, if they know what they're talking about, I mean, people will just come in and say put delay and reverb and don't even know what they're talking about. So I mean, if they have some real artistic input towards the music, then yeah, I'll listen to them. But for the most part, they trust me, and that's why they come here. They trust me, and they know to trust me when they come here. They'll go somewhere else.
That's amazing. Well, actually, Trap Spade has produced a beat for this podcast.
Yeah.
What do you do outside of this in your spare time?
There is no outside of this. It is this.
Wow.
This is my spare time. When I'm not here doing this, I'm home thinking about doing this.
Really? What are you thinking about?
I actually have like a small studio set up in my house, so when I'm not here doing this, I'm home doing the same thing. For the most part, yeah.
So you're making like just beats for yourself sometimes when you're
For
home?
myself, no.
Just like, but creating basically.
Yeah, creating,
maybe
learning,
sold.
studying. Like listening is a very important part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing where music is going, because a lot of people don't know songs come out like 6 months to a year after they're created. So like, if you're following songs and you learning from the songs that's out, you're already a year behind. So it's better to like just stay ahead and, you feel me, pay attention to like live or what's actually going on. You feel me?
But how can you do that if you can't hear them, if they're not released yet? You just like do your research.
You gotta follow the artists, like the producers. They go live and they show what they're creating in the studio at the moment. The producers show what they're making. Feel me? It's about being in the moment. You feel me? Like just being there, not just like waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, that's real research, being proactive, right?
Yeah.
So who are some of your favorites?
My favorite artist right now? My favorite artist right now is Future. Hands down Future. Behind him is Money Man, and then an up and coming artist I like right now will be YTB Fat.
Okay. Favorite song? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one.
You'll hear her.
Okay, very cool. What are you thinking of doing in a few years? Like, where do you see yourself in a few years?
In a few years, I see myself in a big brand new studio, like with a bunch of different studios in it, event space with like, I want to start a whole networking chain, you know, with like a bunch of up and coming local artists that's getting to the next level that don't really know how to get there. I want them to all like just have this place where they could brainstorm and get there or meet up and link, connect and do new things rather than being so distant.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're also thinking of helping other people.
That's my whole thing. I wanna be able to get an artist to the next level. I wanna be like that door, that stepping stone. Because I feel like I know talent and I can hear it. You feel me? And if you got it, I want to be able to get you to where you're trying to go.
It's amazing. Almost like a curator or consultant. You're a rap consultant.
Or a producer.
A producer, just call it producer. That's right. Okay, I think we talked about this before, but I'm gonna ask you again. What are your thoughts on Young Thug's trial?
Free Young Thug, yo.
Yes.
It's sad. Nobody.
Truly humble under God.
Yeah.
Thug. The reason I'm asking about this is because I watched this documentary recently about how it's not a new thing that prosecutors would use the lyrics and art against the artist, which is super problematic. But there were rappers in the past who were imprisoned as a result of their lyrics, and obviously, like, it's a question of freedom of speech and like your artistic vision.
It's all about how you perceive the lyrics. Like most of the lyrics, you could say like it's just a visual of what's actually going on in the neighborhood. They don't have to be he's actually doing what he's saying in the lyrics, you know?
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's all he say, she say at the end of the day.
That's right, yeah. It's like this brick of fentanyl, like, doesn't mean that he's pushing fentanyl. It's just what's happening in the world right now.
Somebody pushing fentanyl.
Somebody pushing fentanyl. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, just wanted to make it clear that in this podcast we're pushing P really strongly, positivity. I think that thanks, lawyer.
Production.
Pushing production and positivity, not Percocets. Tough question, but I really want you to talk about it. Can you share what it was like growing up in Brooklyn as a young black man?
Everything that you hear in the music, I mean, is exactly what it is. It's hard, it's painful, it's traumatizing, and it's like if you don't choose the right path, you're gonna fall for the wrong one. So it's like I always knew what I wanted to do, so it was easy for me to just stay in line with what I was doing and stay out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So you were never tempted to follow certain.
I knew what I wanted
groups.
to do very early. You know, very early.
When was the first time? Can you remember like a moment where like the sparkle just like initiated?
I was 14. I was in my friend's house, and I said, I want to rap. I wrote a song right there. I rapped it for him. I called my other friend. I said, yo, we gonna rap. And he said, all right. And from there, we was rappers. We dropped our first song about 2 weeks after that. From there, music.
Wait, do you remember that song?
Yeah.
Can you?
Can I rap it?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know the lyrics. I know the song though.
You know the song.
Yeah, they took it down a long time ago. Roll Star Hip Hop. Screwed them.
Damn. What was the beat like? Did you make the beat?
Nah.
No.
That was before that. But I actually engineered that song. Yeah.
You did?
I engineered my first song I rapped on.
And then what happened next? Did you get equipment and like started making music on your own?
Yeah, after I started rapping, I figured, I seen it was too expensive, so I'm like, I could just do this myself. Like, so I started getting equipment of my own. I was working at a Subway, you know, the Subway for long Central. I was working there.
Yeah.
It was across the street from my house, so I wasn't paying for nothing. So I was just buying equipment every week.
Wow.
Yeah, it started with the laptop I got on my income tax check. You know, after the laptop came everything else: the mic, the interface, the keyboard, everything.
That's amazing.
The desk.
Wait, did you eat for free at Subway?
Of course.
That's
You're
good.
not supposed to, but of course.
That's how you can save money, right? Yeah. No, this is real. And then what happened next? So, okay, you got that job. You started producing music from the money that you made and income tax. Very relatable as well. I spent $500 on sewing glasses last year for my income tax.
I spent my entire $1,200 income tax check on the MacBook.
That's right.
For the whole
amazing.
check.
Wow.
No regrets.
Hell no. And then you just like kept pushing it. Like, what did you have people coming up to you already at the time?
Well, I was rapping, so everybody around me was rapping too. So it was like, yo, I could rap here now. You feel me?
So, where did you live at the time?
At this time, I was living in Harlem on 117th Street, right across the street from the Subway. Yeah. But then that's right after they was coming. We all planned to get a studio, and that's when I got the studio downtown. Once I bought the studio, I lost my job, so like I didn't have to quit. Like it was like the path was chosen for me. So it was just like I had to work hard to go home. So from there, I learned how to make money in the studio. I had consistent people come in. I grew. I learned I got better at my job, and I was sitting in my studio now.
I love this because I hear from a lot of people who I talk to on this podcast that like something really like tough happened that made them push whatever, or realize themselves, and they had to work harder. So in your case, you lost your job.
I lost my job. I was
sorry.
kicked out. I was homeless.
Wow.
I slept in the staircase once. Yeah. Sometimes.
Were you warm?
In the staircase? I don't know.
Such a stupid question. And then, like, how long were you homeless for? You were just like staying at friends' places?
Yeah, I was staying at friends' places. The staircase was only one night. Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God.
But yeah, I was staying at friends' places. I slept on the couch for about 2 years. And then I stayed at another friend place, and then I got my own place because of the studio. You know, like it was so profitable. I was able to move in with some friends, and then from there, I was able to expand the studio and get my own place. You feel me?
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
And now you have your own 2-bedroom apartment, which is very impressive in New York City. Cool. And who would you like to work with in your like ideal world? I know Future is your favorite rapper, but like
in my ideal world, I would like to just work with professionals, like professional artists. I like working with any kind of artist. Like as long as they come and they want to get the job done, like they got full focus, like how I got focus, like they work as hard as me, then we good. So it's like really just any artist.
would you work with Taylor Swift?
I would.
I really hate her so much.
Hey,
it's money, right?
somebody like her, right?
No, there's like a whole
But it's
demographic.
Music. At the end
Girls.
of the day, it gotta sound good, right? Somebody gotta make it sound good, and I'm that guy.
You're that guy.
Yeah, so of course. why
Taylor
not?
Swift, this is the guy for you. Yeah, no, for real. This is. I really don't hate you, Taylor Swift. Would you feel like you have to sacrifice on a daily basis in terms of like this work? Because you're here at the studio.
My personal life.
Personal life.
Do that away.
No. It's 7 days a week here.
24/7.
Yeah, I feel that. This is basically your social, like this is how you socialize, this is how you like spend your weekends.
And work for me was what I'd be doing anyway, so I mean.
Yeah.
I can bring the game here, play the game.
Amazing. Amazing. Do you have like any advice for people, kids younger than you, who are trying to get into this industry?
Make sure you know the business of it. It's not just music. The music is a very small part of what you're actually getting yourself into. So just know, like, it comes with a lot.
Like what? Like what's the business part of it?
The business part of it is just knowing how to market, knowing that you have to perform and that you're an act. You can feel me, like you have to put on a show, like you're an image and you have to portray that image. You have to stay a character basically at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's not just music.
Damn. This is really inspiring. One last question. What's my name?
Dutchess.
Yes.